Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is a cloudy, cool spring morning here in Pennsylvania. Off today. Company has 4-day work weeks going right now because of its slow season. This is the last week, and then we go to 5 days. And we will be busy. Busy, busy, busy. Smoking my old friend LL Bean with some Dunhill early morning pipe. Got up, had my breakfast. Lots of protein. Had my coffee. Got some things I need to take care of today, so I'll get them taken care of. And I got to get down to the gym today. So, because we are leaving for Nashville soon for a whole week. Can't wait. Can't wait. I was watching a video this morning from London is Calling, Simon. And he talked about taking personal ownership and responsibility, and how one confectionist there in England, in London, I believe is where he said it was, is not allowed to display his chocolate Easter eggs in the window because they feel it's not good for people. I guess obesity and the sort, and how you can't display this or that. And you know, Simon's got a very good point. I agree with him. It's about taking personal ownership and responsibility for what you choose to do in life. You know, and I remember here in America, at one time, you saw cigarette ads on TV, and you saw liquor and whiskey and all, you know, the hard alcohol ads, and you saw them in the magazines, and then gradually they took them out of the magazines. They took the cigarette ads off the TV. They still do the beer commercials. They do some of the harder stuff like the Bacardi rums and stuff, and what is it, Captain Morgan and Jim Beam and that, but the cigarettes have gone off, and it's kind of like they're trying to tell you what is good for you and what is bad for you, and that you're too stupid and too irresponsible to think for yourself. Now, in this country, it's about the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you know? This can't even be displayed on TV commercials, in magazines. And, you know, I'm fully aware, and I take ownership of the risks of smoking a pipe, of drinking alcohol, of eating bad food. We can't become an Orwellian type society like, I guess, what is it, 1984 was that book? Where everything is decided for you and you do, you know, as you're told by the government and what's best for you. And we saw how that worked out in Russia, huh? And socialism doesn't work. But the argument I have is, on the flip side of that, is why they try to regulate it, is because people blame others for their poor decisions and then they sue, and then it costs millions of dollars. I think, you know, I don't agree with that. I'm 100% against that. You made a choice. And, you know, it's like my dad used to say, you made your bed, you sleep in it. You know. And that's, you know, just... all the mistakes I've made in my life, I've owned up to them. Because that's what my father taught me. You make your decision. But you got to be willing to live with the consequences. Good or bad. And it's all about you making a wise and informed choice of what you want to do. If you want to eat a lot, the consequences of that are poor health, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attack, stroke, and in some cases even death. I love that sound. There ain't no better way to light a pipe than with a Zippo. It looks like the sun's going to try to peer through the clouds, and I hope it does. Get a little warm up here today. Trout season starts in our area tomorrow, and I'm excited for that. And then the next season I'm excited for is bass. I don't do any spring gobbler turkey hunting or anything like that. I'm going to try to fill up my fridge with fillets of bass and trout, and get some good sunfish in there. Maybe even get some crappie. But, and then I want to, hunting season, I want to fill it up with some good wild meat. Anyhow, the point is, you make your own choices. You're responsible for your own actions, and you're accountable for them in most cases. There was a sermon in church last week about the same thing, owning up to your own responsibility. You know, a drunk driver goes out and hits somebody. It's not the car's fault. It's not the alcohol's fault. It's the driver's fault, not the bartender's fault. It's the driver's fault. Somebody shoots somebody and kills them, murders them with a gun. It's not the gun's problem. It's not the ammunition manufacturer's problem. It's not the dealer that sold him the gun legally's problem. It's the person behind the weapon that's responsible for it. And we've become a society that's just totally forgotten about all that. And it's a shame. Nobody wants to own up to their own responsibilities and take accountability for their actions, the choices that they made. Poor choices. We're always willing to make, take ownership over our good choices, but we don't seem to want to take the ownership when we make a bad one. And that's not good. And that starts in the home. So if you're a young father, raise your kids right. Raise them to take ownership. Raise them to be responsible in their choices, in their decisions that they make. They're gonna make dumb decisions. I've done it. My kids have done it. And you have to watch them fall. The only way they're gonna learn is when they make mistakes. It's hard. It is hard to watch. Painful. But they do learn from it. If you've taught them right, they will learn from it. There's an old proverb that goes like this: train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he won't forget it. He'll remember. And he'll always come back to that training. That's the foundation work that you as a father put into your children. And they're always going to remember it. There's things my dad taught me. I'm 50 years old and I remember them to this day. And I use them to this day. And I've learned from doing the opposite of what he taught me to do. But anyhow, I'm going to finish this pipe and enjoy the robins out here singing. And I'm going to get on with my day. Y'all have a good day and light them up.